today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and now it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 45 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Now Wentz again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints trot onto the field behind the veteran right arm of Drew Brees, a former Purdue Boilermaker who entered the league back in 2001.
When you think of accuracy, you might as well think of Drew Brees because he owns 5 of the 6 best completion percentages in a single season in NFL history, and it feels like he's done them all in 5 of the last 6 seasons. Like Tom Brady, he thinks he can go until he's at least 45, loves playing the game, takes great care of his body, and despite missing 5 games with a thumb injury last year, showed his toughness and came back and threw 27 touchdown passes against just 4 interceptions.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down at the 39-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
First carry here for Ty Montgomery. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Nate Gary.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He thought he was ahead of the curve after first down.
Got 7 yards first down play, but then you get stuffed there on second down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
He's taken
the numbers for Sanders last week. 14 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
taken down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Shotgun now for Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Alshon Jeffrey. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
10. Saints 7.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
There's enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Saints 7.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders.
Breeze.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down.
connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Brees going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And Kamara with a carry there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
He was tackled.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brees. Smith catches left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Saints.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Kamara there with a 1st down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brees over the middle to Smith. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 10. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Ty Montgomery. His third touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he breaks 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board.
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have retaken the lead.
On for the point after.
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used one more rest over here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 19.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
27-yard line.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards the pickup there. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And his kick is right through. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start out west at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the second quarter. The Chargers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. 34-17, the final as they double them up. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 34-17, the final as they double them up. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Here's Harris to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10. At their own.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of second and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. Shotgun now for Breeze. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Breeze now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Back to the ground is Kamara. About 3 yards there to the 27.
With the handoff to Alvin.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Third.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On third down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. You know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
56.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. On the return, Harris. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on second and long. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Breeze on third down. Got a man. He finds Sanders.
Breeze.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Two veterans, Breeze to Sanders there for a Saints first down. The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Breeze to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Breeze pass. Complete to Traquan Smith. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Harris to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans.
To punt for the Saints.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Jackson. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Breeze now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Breeze. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
The kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 31.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
And out now come the Eagles. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Ball carrier.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Drew Brees in the offense. Down by 7. 1:09 to play. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. To throw Breeze. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jannard Avery in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Breeze to throw. And the The throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Bree's going to go on fourth down. They find some open field here. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they